Hello everyone, and welcome. This is the Green Actor, and we are back with Plague Inc. We're going to play the main game here. And we're going to do bacteria again, but this time, we have metabolic jump. We got this from our last playthrough, which you can find in the last episode. But metabolic jump does what? Bid biohazard bubbles. I'm going to keep it at ATP boost because I like it best. Though I might try that at some point. But this is normal mode. Going to be normal mode. So it's going to be a little harder. Now, for normal mode will be treated the same way. ThespisViridian, that is going to be our name for our disease for right now. Maybe when I do fungus, I will change it up a little. But for right now, we're ThespisViridian. That is our disease. So, let's get started. Now, much like with our last one, we're going to start in India. The strategy is actually going to be remarkably similar. We're going to start in India, and we're just going to let it grow from there. So I'm going to let it, and we're going to pop this orange bubble, and that should give us enough. You know what? I'll just start it with livestock. It doesn't really matter. No, actually, I'll start it with water. We're going to start with water, because water is going to be important for this. So yeah. And it's just going to go same like we did last time. We're slowly going to let it grow. And get more. Meanwhile, we'll watch as all the people come and go. Really, that's interesting. So, let's read this. New Zealand, center of magnetic field shift. A recent fluctuation in the Earth's magnetic field is claimed by scientists to be strong enough to be harnessed by New Zealand as a source of power. That is new. That is a new one. I haven't seen that one yet. I've seen quite a few. There's the one I mentioned about Alaska being part of Canada that I've heard a couple times, and if we get it in this game, I will show you it. But sometimes these are very funny too. Asteroid to destroy Earth in 4020, it looks like. And then it just tells you things like you can get country information. 4024, okay. Interesting. And it's infecting hundreds. We've got 260 something. Yeah, that could be hundreds. Okay. So right now, we're just going to get the birds and the bees and the bumble trees. I'm not going to get abilities yet. We're not buying symptoms right now. We're holding off on symptoms for a reason. But we're just going to let this go forward. And this is just going to keep building up. So yeah, I mentioned this in my last episode, but on the 25th, we will be doing a new game. We'll be doing the Santa's Little Helper, but I'm gonna probably try. This is going to upload on the 22nd, I think. Yeah, the 22nd will be good. And then we're just gonna get a few more DNA points in. Get that. So we're just going to see. So as you can see, it's already started to affect other places. China's been infected, which is going to be the first. And it's going to spread. No. Like I said, and part of this is because if you notice the severity, and the more severe it is, the more likely once you get an symptom, it's going to be noticed, and we don't want this noticed yet. So even though it helps with infectivity a little, we can't be having those. So it's going to grow slowly. There's a few where having symptoms is not as bad as this, but this is the one where I'm like really reluctant. And we're getting more. I think we just got Southeast Asia and Pakistan. If I were to go look closer, I would see that probably. And we just want this to keep growing. We want to get more points in there because we want to make it so we can get a lot of these areas very quickly. But for right now, we're just getting land, and we're getting a bit of aeroplane and others eventually. But you can see it's growing slowly. I mean, we only have this one small chunk here. So we'll see what we hit next. Though it is very infectious, apparently. Though that's not really saying much. And we just had the first airplane flight into Middle East, I think. No, Saudi Arabia. Middle East is a bit higher up. And Australia just got hit. And Egypt just got hit. We can get more points there. So let's keep going. So as you can see, you can generally tell how it travels. You can see the boats make little dots. Straight lines mean that it's from aeroplanes, and then anything else and if you see anything else, that means that it was neither. There we go. So as you can kind of see, we're already starting to spread and grow. I'm sorry if this seems boring to those of you who watched the last episode. I promise these are going to get a little more exciting. I will upload the normal today, and then actually, I'm going to upload this today, and then tomorrow I will upload a virus, casual, and normal. Wednesday will be fungus, casual, and normal, I think. Thursday will be the special episode of Santa's Little Helper. So, insomnia. Again, I'm going to buy this real quick. But at the same time, I'm going to refund a little because I don't need insomnia right now. Okay. But if you look at the world right now, as you can see, we're getting more and more of the world. Like, we're almost halfway to having the entire world, which is nice. And we're even closer now. As you can see, once you, get a certain point in this game, as far as hitting these go, it becomes a lot easier. And we just got Canada. And Iceland. And we're getting some European countries, which is very nice. As you can see, you are already starting to see that network of airplanes that are infected, going back and forth everywhere. And Madagascar just got hit. So let's take a brief look and just see, where do we not have? So we have a couple of areas in the Asia, have a little bit of Africa left, little bit of the Americas left. Most of Eastern Europe and Northern and Eastern Europe, again, is not been taken, but that will be changed soon. Probably within a couple of hours. As you can see, we've taken about half the world with our infection, which is a very good thing. And we're just getting more and more places infected. soon they'll be there. As you can see, also, the red dots there, that indicates how much of a country has been taken. And as you can see, the more red you have, the more taken that country is. The ones that don't have as many red dots, or almost none at all, Russia, are growing a bit more slower. And we actually have quite a few dots right now. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to build up some of the ability here. And that way we might get some of those countries we haven't gotten yet, which are mainly cold ones right now, which is nice. As you can see, most of them are in Europe, with one in North and one in the Americas. We've taken everywhere else. This is going to be a pain. And no, we do not want that symptom. That symptom is bad. All symptoms are not good to have right now. We want this completed or close to when we get to that point. So we're seeing more of Europe being taken. I really like looking at some of the patterns you see with the ships and such. It's a very nice thing to have. And sometimes I like to mess around and have things take place from a certain area. And I might do that in a later episode. But for right now, we're just keeping it very basic elementary strategy. I'll show you with virus some of the fun things you can do. I might start from Greenland, actually, for that one.